So today, we're going to learn how to play the intro to Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. You know, the little glockenspiel bit at the beginning that goes like this. Now, the main melody on its own sounds like this. But because when we play the piano, we've got two hands, we can play the chords at the same time. But how do we manage that on the ukulele? Well, grab your uke and let's find out. If you just want to learn how to strum along to the main song and have a good time, don't worry, I've got you covered. I've got a video right here. Everything you need for this lesson will be right here on the screen for you to follow along. But if you'd like a PDF song sheet with the full tabs and explanations, then sign up today to patreon.com/uketeacher. But right now, let's bring the camera in nice and close, and I'm going to break down that little intro riff for you guys to learn. So let's start off by just playing through the main melody line. The first thing you're going to want to do when playing this melody is bar your first finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings, like this. That's because most of the way through the song, you're going to be playing the 7th fret on either the 3rd or 2nd string, and it's good to have that finger already in place. And in fact, the first two notes are the 7th fret of the 3rd string and then the 2nd string. Then you play the 10th fret of the 2nd string, then the 9th fret of the 1st string, and the 10th fret of the 1st string. And then you play it backwards. So it's... and then backwards. Then you play the 7th fret of the 3rd string again, and this time the 8th fret of the 2nd string, and then the 10th fret of the 2nd string again, and then the 10th fret of the 1st string and the 2nd string. So the second half of the riff goes like this. So to put that all together and play it as a single melody line, it'll sound like this. And that is okay, but we can make it a bit more interesting, to make it sound a bit fuller, a bit more musically satisfying, if you like. Now, the chords for that line are G to E minor to C to D. But how do we play both things at the same time? Because the chords are down here. Do 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 do. And the melody is up here. Now, we could sort of try and play the chords at the same time. But it's a bit tricky to play it like that, so what we do is we take the chord shapes from down here, but slide them up here. For example, our first chord is the chord of G. What we do is we take our C shape here, but we play that with our 4th finger, and then if you slide it up 1 fret and we use our 1st finger as a bar chord, that can be like a sliding nut. This is the nut of the ukulele, like the bottom of the ukulele. So if we've got a C chord here, if we slide it up 1 fret but use our 1st finger as a nut, that becomes a C sharp, then a D, an E, an F, and a G. So in fact, if we play the C shape, but with a bar on the 7th fret like this, that's a chord of G, and that's really handy because that's where the rest of our melody is. So for that first chord of G, we'll just play it like a C shape, but on the 7th fret. And now how are we going to play the chord of E minor? The chord of E minor is all the way down here. And that's not very convenient, so we need a more convenient shape to play. And in fact, the shape we're going to play is the chord of A minor, the A minor shape. So instead of playing it down here like this, with our 2nd finger, with a bar on the 1st fret, that becomes a B flat minor, then a B minor, C minor, D minor, and again, if we take it up to the 7th fret, we've got an E minor. So that C shape on the 7th fret is a G, and again, if we keep that bar on the 7th fret, the A minor shape is an E minor. So let's play those first 2 lines of melody. Then for the chord of C, we want to use the F shape. So if we go down here and play the F shape down here, that's what it sounds like. But if we use that first finger as a sort of sliding nut, then we can move the F shape up 1 fret like this. It becomes an F sharp, then a G, an A, a B, and on the 7th fret, it becomes a C. And then we want a chord of D. Now the D chord is down here. We could play it like this, but it's a bit of a jump. But because it is the last note of the riff, we don't have to be stuck to that 7th fret. So in fact, we can find another chord shape that's a bit more convenient. As long as it has that D note in it, we can really play that chord anywhere. So I found that the most convenient chord shape is the A chord shape. If we play an A shape down here in the open position, it's like this. But again, if we bar that 1st fret, so it basically replaces the nut here, and if we play that A shape up here on the 5th fret, it becomes a perfect chord of D. And in fact, that sounds great as the last note of the riff. So let's just go ahead now and play all 4 of those chords: G, E minor, C, and D. Not in the open position that we probably know really well, like this: G, E minor, C, and D, but up here around the 7th fret. The G is that C shape on the 7th fret. The E minor is that A minor shape on the 7th fret. The C is that F shape on the 7th fret. And then the D is the A shape down on the 5th fret. So we've got do 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 do. And now the trick is to try and play both parts at the same time. So basically for the first note of each bar, I would just do 1 downstroke on each chord like this. And when you do that downstroke, you're hitting that first note. So that counts as the first note. So play a downstroke on the chord of G. And then we'll go to that chord of E minor. Then the chord of C again. And then we can go down to the chord of D. And let it ring out as you play. So the 2 secrets are: 1, take it nice and slow, and 2, make sure you know both parts really, really well before you attempt to put them together. So that's how to play the intro riff to All I Want for Christmas Is You. Let's play it through once now, on its own if you have to, or with the full chord melody if you can. I'll be posting loads more Christmas songs in the run-up to December the 25th, so if you've got any ideas or suggestions for songs that you'd like to see, then let me know right now in the comments below. Also, while you're at it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe now and turn on the notifications so you never miss a video. I've been the ukulele teacher, and until next time, I love you all and I wish you the best.